Hey folks, how you all doing? Just showing a little bit the aftermath of Florence. Florence is still over us, pretty much not out of it yet. About the same conditions as yesterday. That's my SUV. This is the apartment complex I live in. My wife's inside. She's doing some things right now. And just a few little leaves blowing around, whatever. And that's all. You know, we didn't get much from this. You know, like they were saying. You know, we still got some breezes blowing, got the wind blowing. You can see the trees waving back there. We didn't. Not too much happened out here. But enough about the hurricane. There's something else I wanted to talk about, and it's something that's really starting to get on my nerves a little bit. And I got up this morning, and I got onto my computer on the internet. I was watching Yahoo News, and before I say anything, I want to say I'm a big-time football fan. Miami Dolphins are my team. I've been a Miami Dolphin fan since my childhood. Love the Dolphins. You know, I know they suck right now, but I love them. About a couple of years ago, football player from the San Francisco 49ers, Colin Kaepernick, he knelt down, during the national anthem because he felt like he shouldn't stand for a flag of a country that oppresses black people. And, after that, it kind of caught on some NFL players. They started kneeling down and whatever, what have you, or whatever. And caught on with a lot of people. And let me tell you all something. Of course, you can see, if you're watching this video, you can see that I'm a black man. And but the problem with me is I'm a free-thinking black man. I don't agree with the kneeling down during the national anthem, even though I believe a person has a right to do so. And I have no problem with Colin Kaepernick or any of these NFL players really kneeling to the national anthem. My problem is the statement, and I don't know why people don't focus on Colin Kaepernick's statement of what he said of why he kneels down to the flag during the anthem. He said because he cannot stand for the anthem he can't stand for the flag of a nation that oppresses black people. Folks, black people are not being oppressed in the United States. We are not being oppressed. Okay? Now, there was a time during Jim Crow and slavery and everything, atrocious acts were committed against black folks. And I'm not denying that one bit, I've seen the videos and the tapes and the footage of, people in the 50s and the 60s being denied their rights because of the color of their skin. And someone just said something, this country doesn't oppress black people, but it has people in this country that oppresses black people. And that's true. That's true. But it's not happening on a very large scale. It's not happening on a wide scale. You might have some incidents here and there, but this country is not oppressing black people. We have the opportunity that everyone else has, be we black, white, Hispanic, Native American, whatever. We have the opportunities that everybody else has for success. And when we fall short, it is not our responsibility to point the finger of blame at somebody else. Okay, so Colin Kaepernick is a millionaire. And how he can sit there and talk about the oppression of black people in this country boggles my mind. How in the world can you talk about the oppression of black people and you're a millionaire? You know, some people gave me some flack one time when I talked about Jay-Z. Jay-Z and his wife, Beyonce, are worth $800 million, and they want to talk about oppression of black people in this country. But they make more money than most white people do in this country. They're worth more than most white people are in this country. $800 million, are you kidding me? And you're going to talk about black oppression? Come on now, y'all. Come on. Let's use some common sense. And Jay-Z should serve as an example of how a person can put out a product and a lot of people buy it and they become, you know, millionaires as a result. And it just shows you the opportunities that we all have. Now, I'm not a Jay-Z fan. I'm not a Beyonce fan. Definitely not. I don't like their music. I don't like what they stand for. But Jay-Z's example should serve as Jay-Z's condition should serve as an example to the rest of us in this country that we can make it if we just put in the hard work and put out something that people would like. But we are not being oppressed in this country. And, you know, I get called a coon and, you know, I'm a sellout and Uncle Tom and Uncle Ruckus and all those cute little names y'all like to throw at black people who don't think like you. But I'm a free thinking black man and I like to go, I don't follow political activism. You know, I don't like I don't follow political activism. What I follow is the truth and facts. You know, if you are a black person and you're doing something wrong, I'm going to call you out on it. And there's no excuse that you can make to get your way out of it. You know, if you're a criminal, you're a criminal. Yeah, black people are in jail. Yeah, if you don't want to be in jail, don't commit crimes. You know, and that's the problem we have in this country. You know, people talk about the oppression of black people and why black people are incarcerated at a bigger rate than white people because we commit more crimes. Now, if you don't want to go to jail, don't commit crimes. I mean, as simple as that. I'll be 50 years old in another month. October the 16th is my birthday. I'll be 50 years old. I've never been pulled over because I was black. I've never had any flack from police simply because I was black. Every time I gotten pulled over by the police is because I broke the law. A couple of times my tags were expired. A couple of times I was going over the speed limit. I broke the law. They didn't pull me over because I was black. They pulled me over because I broke the law. And I didn't give them flack. And you know what? When I didn't give them flack, when I treated them with respect, they were kind enough to show me the same respect in return. They didn't tell me to get out the car. I wasn't confrontational with them, and they treated me with respect. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, you know. And like I said, you know, my parents grew up in the Jim Crow laws during the Jim Crow era. You know, they grew up in that time. I was fortunate enough not to go through it. But when I see the actions of my fellow black people, it bothers me. It boggles me to no end. You know, you're sitting here kneeling and saying, you know, we're doing this because black people are being oppressed in this country. But those same people don't go to the ghettos or to the hood to tell their fellow black people, hey, y'all, let's stop killing one another. Let's stop gunning each other down. Let's stop, you know, getting mad at somebody because they look at you funny or something like that, you know. Why don't they tell our black men to be fathers? Why don't they tell our young black girls to respect themselves, dress accordingly, you know, show some respect, pull your pants up, you know. But we want, oh, well, the white man is this and the white man is that. White man is not doing anything to you. Now, don't get me wrong. There are white people in this country who don't like black people. Yes, I said it. And it's all, everywhere you go, there is going to be racism. As long as we live on this earth, as long as man has a sinful nature within him, we are going to have racists. So you're just going to have to live with it, really. But black folks, you are not being oppressed. And Colin Kaepernick really needs to be ashamed of himself, because Colin Kaepernick is the product of a white and a black parent. But he was put up for adoption and raised by two white folks. His black parent didn't even want to keep him, but these two white folks raised him up. And I really find it very disrespectful that you're sitting here talking about the oppression of black folks in this country, but it was two white folks who adopted you as their own and raised you. And to me, if I were a white parent and I raised you and you started talking about black people being oppressed in this country, that would be like a slap in my face. I don't know who the guy was who did the speech at BET Awards some years ago. I forgot his name, but he was talking about the oppression of black people too. And his parents are sitting out there in the audience. His father is black and his mother is white, and he's talking about the oppression of black people. If I was his father, I would have knocked him upside his head and said, "How dare you disrespect your mother like that? How dare you disrespect your mother like that?" But anyway, I'm not for all this Black Lives Matter and all that garbage, because it's a loss and an empty cause. We are fighting against something that isn't even there, really, for the most part. We're fighting against something that's not there. And if we would learn to pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps, stop making excuses for our shortcomings, then we can go on to something better. But you keep on holding on to the past, something that happened 50, 60, 70 years ago, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere. So stop the excuses, And when someone like me gets to talking about this type of stuff, stop calling us coon. Well, y'all going to do it anyway. And it doesn't bother me. It just lets me know that I'm telling the truth. And you don't want to see the truth. But, that's my take on it. Now, I'm still watch football games. People tell me, "Oh, you shouldn't be watching football games because they're disrespecting the country." I love the game too much. But I am going to speak out on the issues. And yeah, I'm going to watch the Dolphins play tomorrow. They probably get beat. I don't know. I'm still going to, and if you don't want to attend NFL games or whatever, stuff like that, that's your business, And, and another thing, these people who are protesting Nike, first of all, me, I wear New Balances, so, I've worn Nikes before. I'm not a Nike fan or anything, but those of you all destroying your Nike stuff because of they made Colin Kaepernick the face of Nike now, which I think Nike is wrong for doing that, because Colin Kaepernick, what is he doing? They're just trying to push the issue. But anyway, those of you all destroying your Nike stuff, keep in mind that those of you all who own Nikes and now you're burning them and everything, that's kind of stupid, because Nike already has your money. So why are you destroying your Nike stuff? You might as well just keep it. If you don't want to buy Nike, then in the future don't buy anything from Nike. Now I don't do these protests and boycotts because a lot of times they don't work. I'm going to speak on the issues, but I don't do the boycotts and everything. And if I see you wearing Nikes, I'm not going to look at you like, "Why are you wearing Nikes?" So what? I don't care. I don't give a flip. But when they speak on these, I think Nike is wrong for putting Colin Kaepernick as the face of their franchise, for their 30-year anniversary of the Just Do It slogan and everything, because all they're doing is making a political statement. And me, for one, I am not for politics. I'm not for politics, because a lot of people, they hold more to their politics than they do to the truth. And I'm not one for politics. I don't care if you and I have favorable views. If you do something wrong, I'm going to call you out on it. So, but we need to get the politics and the activism and everything out of the public square. I don't, this country, and really, to be honest with you, I wish the NFL would do something about this, because this the issue of this kneeling during the national anthem is getting, really, to me, it's getting out of hand. You know, I'm not boycotting the NFL, but it's getting out of hand, and it's like, oh boy, here we go again. Every week they're talking about someone kneeling down. You know, my goodness, you know, the NFL just needs to do something about it. But anyway, hope you all are good. Hope you all staying safe. Those of you all under the grip of a tropical storm Florence now, you know, I hope you all are safe. I'm safe. You know, we didn't have a lot of damage or anything from it, but you all take care of yourselves, and folks, you know, follow the truth, follow the facts about a situation. Don't just follow after the politics or your skin color or something like that. Follow after the truth and facts, because, you know, Jesus described, when he was criticizing the Pharisees, he described them as straining at a gnat and swallowing a camel. You know, the issue of our skin color, you know, when we get hung up on that, we're straining at a gnat, but we're letting the bigger issues bypass us. So, you know, you all stay safe. Have a good day. Enjoy your Saturday. This is Vincent E. Brown. I'm signing off. Until the next time, I'll see you on the rebound. Y'all have a great day. Mm-hmm.